graphing values on a number line, we're specifically going to be looking at how do I plot values on a number line when they're in different forms. So we're going to be exploring what are some strategies to break apart the number line, whether it's a fraction, decimal, or a percent. Now you really have to be thinking again and going back to what do the different representations mean. Fractions mean that in order to determine what is a whole, you have to focus on whatever the denominator is. The denominator tells you how many pieces it would break apart in order to make a whole. So in this particular case, a whole would be out of 7 pieces, so where would the sixth one go? The decimal, first you want to indicate, do you have a whole number or not, which tells you kind of what section that you're going to be in. If you're going to be between 0 and 1, 1 to 2, if you're going to be positive, negative, and so on. Percentages we know are out of 100. If you have less than 100, then obviously you are between 0 and 1. If you have over 100%, then you are past one whole or two wholes and so on. So let's begin by exploring first looking at the fractions. So as I previously mentioned, this first fraction, 6/7, which means that it is less than one whole. So we know that we are in this region between 0 and 1. Now in this example, the denominator tells us that we have 7 pieces. So 7 pieces make a whole. So what I want to do is I want to actually break up my number line into 7 parts. Now, as you work with pencils, you can easily erase these lines after you make them, so don't worry about it. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 would be your one whole. So then you want to think, well, if I have 6 pieces out of 7, where is that 6th piece? Obviously, it's very close to 6 out of 7, so it's close to a whole, and there would be where 6th, 7th goes. Like I said, you can always then just erase where your lines are if you need to then reuse that space. That would be where, like I said, 6th, 7th goes. Now let's look at our other fraction. So we are done with this one, so we'll check it off. All right, now we'll look at the next one, -2/3. First thing we notice here is that we have a negative symbol. Now the negative symbol only indicates that you are on the left side of the number line. That is it. And so what you want to be thinking of is the same exact value, whether it is on the right side or the left side. We have 2/3. Now what we notice is that our whole is broken up into thirds. And where is the second out of the third piece? Now, if this was a positive value, we would break it up into 3 parts. These are pretty big sections, 1, 2, and then 3. So the second piece would be pretty close to a whole. Now, because we have the negative symbol, all that means is we go left. It's a direction. So we go 1, 2, there's our third part. Where is the second piece? Now the second piece is, there's our first piece, that's our -1/3, that's our -2/3. So this is our second piece right here, -2, and it is in thirds. And so there would be where the -2/3 belongs. A lot of kids think that when it's negative, even if it was a small fraction, they misplace where it is. Just remind yourself that wherever the value is on the positive, right here is where the positive 2/3, they are mirror opposites with 0 being in the middle. They are the same exact distance on both sides of the number line from 0, whether it's positive or negative. Negative just purely means we're going left. All right, so now we're going to be looking at the next fraction, which is 12/6. Now we notice right away that this fraction is greater than 1, and that means that we have a whole, or it's an improper fraction. So what is the value then of 12/6? And we really want to then convert it first to a mixed number so we can figure out really what is it, so we know what area, what section do we put it in between. So 12/6, how many 12s or how many 6s go into 12? So we've got 6, 12. And so this actually represents 2 wholes. And so we would put the value 12/6 on our 2 value. Now let's look at the decimal values. So we'll change our colors here. So right away we can see, and we'll check these off that we've done these. Okay, right away we see that 0.45. Now this 0 indicates that we have a number in between 0 and 1. So we don't have a whole, it's between 0 and 1. So now as we go through, now we can see that the 10th digit is in the fours. And so what we could do if we want to is break it up into tenths. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can break it up into 10 parts, and we could try to figure out where is 4 tenths, right? Technically it's 45 hundredths, but we can just look at the 10th digit because we're just getting an estimate about where we would place it on the number line. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 tenths is here. 5 tenths is here, which is a half. So 0.45 would be right in the middle there. So there would be 0 and 45 hundredths. Very close to a half. Let's check that off. All right, 1.8. First thing we notice is that we have a hole, which means we are going to move over. We are now going to be in between the 1 and the 2 section. So 1.8. So again, we can break it up according to the place value. We notice that it is 8 tenths. And so if we were going to cut it into tenths or into 10 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That means the 8th one would be right here, and that would be your 1.8. 1 and 8 tenths. Last one, which is percentages. Now we notice, as I said earlier at the intro, we have 120%. That means that we have a value that is greater than 100%. And since it's over 100%, that means that we are over one whole because 100% represents one whole. So again, this means that we are in the section between 1 and 2. All right, so we're in this section here, 1 and 2. Now, I don't really, because percentages are out of 100, we could make 100 sections on the number line, but that's way, way, way too much. So we've got 120%. So this is where I would probably use quarters to help me break it up. And so here's my 1 and there's my 2 wholes. So there's my half, my quarter, and my 3/4. So 120% is just under 100. If this is my quarter, this would be 125%. So it's just under that, which would be 120% would be right there. And that is just kind of reviewing how we want to separate the number line in order to place values as fractions, decimals, or percents on the number line. Again, if it's a fraction, you're going to want to cut your whole into how many parts the denominator is. If it is a decimal, be sure that you're looking out as between 0 and 1. Do I have a whole? Is it between 1 and 2? If it's negative values, make sure you move left on the number line. Hope these clues help you.